In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the washer fluid tank on this Dodge Grand Caravan. Let's get started. On each side, where the fender liner meets the bumper cover, you'll see several fasteners. There are 2 Phillips head screws here and a 10mm up there. Let's take them all out. 10mm socket. Remove this bolt. If you turn your wheels in the opposite direction of the side you're working on, you should be able to fit a screwdriver here. If not, you'll just have to use a ratchet with a bit driver. Take that out. And looking further down, there is one more. Take this out as well. Follow the fender liner in, and at the bottom you'll see that it has a plastic retainer. I'm just going to use a trim tool, try to pop these 2 apart. There we go. And of course, do the same to the other side. Underneath along here, you should have several push clips. Mine are all missing. They are broken, so for now, there's nothing I can do to remove them because, well, they're already missing. Along the top, you'll have 2 10mm bolts and 2 push clips on the grill side right here. So 10mm socket, remove this bolt. There's one on the other side headlight, and then the push clips, you can just use a trim tool, pop out the center and the rest of the push clip. One more over here. Now you should be able to pop both sides out, pull sideways, and with that done, pull the bumper away. To get the washer tank off of here, it's going to be a lot easier if we get the cold air intake ducting out of the way. To do that, typically you'd want to pull down over here. It should have a clip. Ours is broken. Once that is out, you can pull it straight forward and then kind of twist it and continue going forward. This is the one I was talking about. It's missing, completely broken off, and it looks like it's been somewhat in an accident in this area. So I also have most likely part of this clip missing that hooks onto here. And of course, there is also a piece here that is missing for me. And with that set aside, we can much better see what's going on here. I'd like to drain it first, and to do that I'm going to get a clean receptacle. Unless you don't have much in your washer tank, that would be ideal. Mine is actually full all the way to the top, of course. So I'm going to pull the washer pump out and let it drain through there. Let's just make a little bit more space to work with here. There's a locking tab on this connector. Pull that out, and then you should be able to squeeze on the tab of that connector, unplug that, set it aside, then I might as well unplug the washer pump while I'm at it. Now with your clean collection bucket underneath, tilt this back and pull it straight up. Careful, depending on how much fluid you have, it'll come shooting out. There we go. We'll just let that drain. Take this grommet out, and it's also a filter. You'll have to reinstall this on the new tank. This is your level sensor. We'll have to remove this too. I might as well do it now while the tank is mounted. It's a lot easier to do that when it's secured. Try to pry straight out on it. Be very gentle not to break it. Also keep in mind in which direction it's facing with the flat part up. It also has a cutout here, so you can't really mess it up. There are 2 10mm bolts holding this tank onto the body. So take them both out. There's one. Hold on to the tank on the second one. Pull that out. More fluid will leak at this point. Keep that in mind. I'm going to try and plug this hole as I take it off. Tilt it sideways. Pull it down. There's going to be a hose attached to the backside. All right, just find the right angle, and there it is. Now take your new washer tank, fish it up into its spot here. You're going to have to turn it and twist it, and then this hose gets clipped on the back of it. Can't really show you because it has to be pressed up against the body of the vehicle to actually get it done. Okay, once it's in position, line up the 2 mounting holes. It should hook on. Once it does, start in the bolts and snug them up. At the bottom where the pump goes, stick this filter in, and then grab the pump, slide it down, and press it into position. Make sure these hoses aren't pinched or at weird angles. And then put your grommet in for the level sensor, if there isn't already one. Then slide the level sensor in. Plug in both of these Oh, that wasn't seated all the way. Oh, there you go. Make sure it's seated all the way. And like I said, plug in both of these connectors. All right. I had this piece here that is broken for me. Has to clip on over here, and then has a clip at the front. I'm just going to use a large wire tie and wire tie it so that it's secured. Just like that. I'm just going to wire tie it to the bumper support bracket. It's better than not having anything on here. There we go. It doesn't have to be tight. It just has to make it stay in place. Now pop off the cap and top it off with brand new washer fluid. Now grab your bumper cover, slide it over, make sure you don't scratch up the fenders or the headlights. Try to get it to seat in place, just like that. Once you do that, you can let go. So that the bumper somewhat stays on, I'm going to install the 2 push clips at the top as well as the screws. 10mm bolt right over here. Make sure that's snug, and do the same to the other side right next to the other headlight. On each side, the bumper needs to clip onto this bracket, and it has 2 sets of hooks, one on the top and one on the bottom. You want to make sure it goes right in between those, and then tap it on. That should make it clip on and pretty much secure itself. Reinstall the 2 screws that hold the bumper and the fender liner together. There we go, just make them snug. And of course, put in the other one. And the one right in the corner here. And now, resecure the fender liner onto the lower valence panel. There we go. Let's get that push clip slid through. And if you had any of these push clips, go ahead and reinstall them.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.